What's up?
What's up?
What's up,
Party.
people?
No,
We tried. I messed it up.
No, we
Just keep going.
What's up, party people?
I can't believe I messed it up.
Welcome back to the Fresh Goods podcast. We had a whole intro planned, but you know what? That's okay.
It's
Life is
okay.
spontaneous, man. That's how life goes, right? Life doesn't always go the way you planned it to be. So this is what happens. So it is what it is, guys.
It is what it is.
This is what you're gonna get. All right.
Yeah,
So
I will do better next time.
he will do better next time. Anyways, good to have you guys here with us again. Always a pleasure to have you guys with us. My name is Jara. On my left,
Ethan.
on my right,
Ethan, Nick.
Nick, and we are the Fresh Good People. Bit of a play on words with Woolworths.
Woolworths? You say Woolworths?
Yeah, because they're the fresh food people. We're the fresh
fair
good
enough.
people. So I thought it was pretty genius, but don't sue us, all right? We like the name. It's a Monday.
It's a Monday.
It's the start of the week, but here we are filming a podcast.
Came in mellow.
Nick's on some Nurofen. I'm having hay fever, and Ethan's okay. But
Ethan's on life.
yeah, Ethan's on life, man. He's gonna graduate this week.
I am.
From
I am
high
about
school,
to
so
graduate.
officially out of that whole
Yes, sir.
I'm a little boy thing. He's
Little
out
boy.
of that. He's of legal age. So ladies, he's of legal age. Okay. We're gonna talk about today. We might as well tell you guys what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
might as well.
Not let you guys decipher
yeah.
the Da Vinci Code or whatever. That's not what we're trying to do here. But we're gonna talk about weaknesses, but like in different categories.
Yeah.
Or just the word weak.
Just weak.
Man, I'm weak.
Yeah. What makes you weak?
Yeah, literally.
I think on that. I don't know if they want me to define the word, but you can Google that yourself. Google that yourself. That's what Google's for.
Yeah.
But I think we'll start with how about
you just start with like friends?
what do you mean? What?
What?
You do that was a
roadblock, man.
What?
Let's just start with friends.
Okay, I have no idea why I said that. I am so sorry.
Ethan, what makes you weak? But about friends. What? I don't get it.
Yeah, I also
But
don't know what I was trying to
if
get
you got
to.
something like spit it out, man. That's fine too.
Okay, so I guess like when we talk about what makes you weak is, I guess from a girlfriend point of view
Or relationship
or
point
like
of view.
relationship
Well,
point of view. right?
okay, how about I phrase it like this? Okay, we'll just start, and then if you guys come up with other questions, and your friend one comes up, then you know how to
Yeah, I don't know why I
articulate
said
that.
that. I still don't know why I
Then we'll
said
go
that.
back to that, but we'll
All
start
right.
with this one. So it's like, what's something that makes you weak when, in the terms of like attractive, like to a girl? What makes a girl look attractive to you? What makes you weak at the
Ooh.
knees?
Okay.
And keep it PG if you can.
What was that, bro?
Like people are weak. You know that like wasted side where the body goes all like.
What in hell flops around?
Yeah. You know when a girl does something you're like.
Wait, what's that sound they make in like Roblox or
Oof.
oof? Something like that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, what makes you go oof, bro?
Yeah, what's something that makes you go weak?
Okay,
I mean, we
let's
can
go.
keep going back and forth until we run out of things.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I actually don't know.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
I had a few
okay,
fun,
yeah,
but-
yeah, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
My girlfriend will be watching, so I gotta be careful.
Okay, I'll go first then. So I don't have a girlfriend that will be watching, so that's
Bro, I
fine.
just got this intrusive thought.
What?
I was like, what if Jared just shows up and says bunda?
A bunda makes you weak, bro.
I mean,
Hey,
A
man,
decent bunda
I'm not
makes
gonna
you
say
weak.
A
it.
decent booty makes any boy weak, man. Am I wrong?
No.
I'm speaking of the other guys, man.
You're not wrong. but-
Yeah. It catches eyes, but
Yeah, you can't look.
Yeah,
that's
we
a
can't
sin.
look, no.
That's a sin. You
No.
just it's in your peripheral. You just
No,
know about
thank
it. So
you.
you acknowledge it. Like,
yeah.
yep,
Like
alright.
when they're going up the stairs.
Yeah, you're
Man, these stairs looking real starey right now. These rails are round right now. What's up there? Wow, ceiling. That's great.
and that's how it be.
Yeah.
It's also very especially hard in the gym, to be honest with you. You just sitting there doing your reps, and then like someone just comes in front of me, and you're like, bro, like, dude, no, I'm using the mirror, but there's some chick, you're like, I don't know, like, And I don't like the whole thought, like, oh, like, what if her boyfriend's at this gym and he thinks I'm looking at her?
Yeah.
So I always, like, try to, like, when I do my set, I stand up and I walk around. And then I come back.
Your hair like pacing,
I
trying to
wanna-
get out of the way.
I want to avoid that situation best as possible because I'm looking at all these big fellas. I don't know which one is her boyfriend. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't want any trouble. I don't want no beef. But,
yeah, anyways, back to it.
but yeah, anyways, before, it wasn't Bunda.
Okay, what was it?
This is a very odd one.
Okay, alright, let's hear it.
Oh, this might come off a bit weird, but you know ankle bracelets?
What?
Ooh,
I know.
okay.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, I find that
Okay.
it makes me kind of weak.
That,
I see
I
you.
did not see that coming,
like,
bro.
or like it can be anything. Like it could be like the I don't know, like a normal, like
Wow, really? Just a
like,
band?
like
a
no,
rubber
no,
band?
not the band. Like, but like it's like
A charm.
yeah, charm
A
is
charm?
good. Charm is good. Or like
But on the ankle.
on
That's
the ankle,
it.
on the ankle. Well,
Okay.
bracelets are cool.
But
Yeah,
the ankle though.
yeah,
Ankle's like for a certain type of people.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
Certain
yeah,
type of
yeah.
girl.
But I don't want to get too much into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, ankle
That's
bracelets.
it. Wow, that's
Damn,
it.
ankle
Really?
No, I
bracelets,
got more.
man.
But I think I got
That
more.
is so
but,
interesting. I would have never pictured that.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm just like, whoa.
Mm, okay.
That is,
Whoa.
yeah. Do you have
Uh,
one?
yeah.
Mine's a good smile. Again.
Okay, yeah.
Smile, no, but more importantly, it's like how open they are to like laugh.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
ugly laugh.
Do you like
that gets
that?
me weak sometimes, man.
They start
Because
snorting.
like they're genuinely enjoying themselves. Oh my gosh, they're genuinely enjoying themselves.
What just happened? I missed it. What happened? I missed it.
Yeah,
Your voice cracked?
Nah,
Little boy?
it was
Yeah, he's a growing man.
words didn't come out. That's what's
Okay,
up.
right,
Yeah,
right,
but yeah,
right, right,
when they
so-
genuinely laugh,
Yeah.
you know, like you know, but they're like
You like that?
You know,
So
what I'm saying?
that's-
like when they snort, it's funny. You know what I mean? It makes you laugh at them, and they're okay with that. You know what I
Okay.
mean? That gets me. weak.
yeah.
That gets me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I was actually going to say kind of the same thing, like in terms of just a nice natural smile.
Yeah, yeah.
Like not that hardcore in terms of the snot and stuff like that, but
Yeah,
more
yeah,
like just
yeah.
a natural smile.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you look
okay.
at like a girl in terms of when they're just in conversation, the way they just smile, or like in their photos and stuff, I don't know why that just hella gets me.
Mm.
So like yeah, not like you can tell it's like just not forcing it. It's like a not pose.
Yeah.
It's just natural. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, I realize like some of the things I look for is like hella cringe. But
Yeah, you
yeah,
cringe,
that's
bro.
just probably one of them.
Yeah.
I think the other one is honestly like just a girl that looks out for people a lot. I don't know why,
Mm.
but something about like that just really gets to me. But
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's just because it's people in general that I really appreciate. Oh my god, I can't speak now. Appreciate, right?
No one's safe.
Yeah, it's spreading.
Yeah.
But that's why I find that really attractive in a girl, or it just really gets to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, yeah, like this person is genuine in what they do.
Yeah.
Because we
yeah,
get tons of people, right? Or this is just my personal opinion. It's just like with friends and stuff,
Yeah.
Mm.
or like not friends, sorry, like people in general where they're super caring, but they only care about people that can add value to them.
Yeah.
But they
okay.
don't really care about everyone else.
Okay.
Those
Yeah.
people that actually don't benefit them if they went out.
So the
went and
person
helped
looks
them.
out for others.
Because there is like tons of people out there that can like face value, like show that they really care.
yeah.
But you gotta look past that, right? And see like the
Yeah.
people that they're showing off or helping back or promoting
Mm.
are all people that can add value to them.
Yeah.
But then when someone really goes out of the way just to help someone for the sake of just helping them, that really gets to me.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
But that was a little bit deeper. But yeah, I realize it's hella
Pretty
cringe.
shallow. When I was saying, I was like, ankle bracelet. You guys are like, smile, freaking this and that.
bracelet.
I feel like I need to go again.
Okay, fine. I'll go. I'll come back to the level again.
Okay,
Well,
alright.
just like girls in like oversized hoodies, man.
Oh.
That-
my
yeah,
gosh.
that's
Bruh.
pretty good.
That's
Damn.
something my girlfriend would never
They
do.
call
But
me, bro.
bro, those. Oh man, I keep
But no,
telling
no,
her
no, okay,
oversized.
yeah, but
I like
for-
trying to hint it
This
to
is
her, bro. but
preference.
she's
This
like,
is
no.
me. I don't like it when they don't show like oversized hoodie, but they don't like they look like they don't have pants on.
You like that?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I
alright.
don't.
Oh,
Personally,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
like a
yeah,
a
bro. Yeah, not gonna lie, true. Girls in like oversized hoodie and sweatpants, bro, that gets me. But when they go like hell no pants look, I'm like, bro, cover it up, please.
Yeah.
Okay, no, girls can wear
Um,
whatever they want, but it's just in my preference in terms of
Yeah.
what actually makes me weak in this topic. Yeah, oversized hoodie, oversized like track pants and stuff, bro. I don't know why. It's just a look.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty
Alright,
good.
cool. We're back to level.
I think we can agree with that.
Mm.
Oh, I was just gonna go on that level, but
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we go to another level.
yeah, I mean we'll revisit
We're jumping
that.
levels right now, right?
There's
Yeah,
different
but that's
levels.
crazy.
Yeah, there's levels to this. All right. I like confidence.
Mm.
Like, and you know how it's always very typical. It's like, oh, I like a man who's like confident. You know, wait, what?
What?
No, I got it mixed up because you know Neo's song is like Miss Independent, right? But then it turns out he's gay, and then everyone's like, "Oh, it's Mr. Independent." But I don't know if Neo's still gay. I don't know.
Wait, Neo's gay?
Hey,
Is that like confirmed?
I don't know. I
Okay.
think he said he's not gay, but it was just a rumor. But let's say if it was real, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm confusing myself.
Yeah.
But it was like, let's go with his song.
Okay.
What he meant for it to
What
be.
song is it?
Miss Independent.
It's OG, bro.
Wait, sing it to me.
No, I can't sing.
Okay.
You're not gonna catch me doing that.
Wait.
I'm not catching strays from people.
Okay,
online,
wait.
alright?
Like, can you just say the words of it? Like the chorus.
Dude,
I don't
it
actually
says
remember how
Miss
it goes.
Independent.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It's like dun, 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 dun.
I found out after. That did not help.
Hey, in my head, I'm hearing it in my head. I'm just trying my best
Okay.
here. But I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I'm not a muser. Like
I
I can spit a bar. No, but I won't.
Okay, you continue.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, confidence. Yeah, yeah, that was it. That was it. But yeah, what's your shallow thing? Because you went pretty like deep and meaningful as well. Like being a wholesome boy for all those girls
Ooh.
watching. But give us something shallow, man, for all the boys out there.
Damn.
Oh man, I just thought of another one.
I don't know. It's like.
What, like a deep one or?
No, like shallow.
Oh, wait, you say yours first. I want to hear yours.
Yeah, I wanna
Okay,
hear it.
this
hear
one. This one really destroys me, but like,
Ooh.
bruh, I'm like girls that wear like sport jerseys.
Oh.
Bruh, I don't know why.
Like
I don't know why.
NBA
I was
jerseys?
like hella waiting for something.
Like NBA jerseys?
Huh?
Like NBA jerseys or like.
No, not NBA. That's so try hard, bro. Everyone does that. Soccer jerseys, bro. Like
For
you
real?
put an Arsenal jersey on, bro. It's over. You know, like I don't know why. Something about just okay. To be fair, NBA jerseys it's alright because they always wear hoodies under, so it's like you know.
That's true.
But then like yeah, jerseys, bro. Like
That's
when they
true.
wear like at the World Cup and stuff, bro. All the girls are
Yeah.
showing cameras wearing jerseys. Damn.
Hmm.
I don't know why, but that's a super shallow thing. But that just
that's okay.
gets me, bro.
That's to you, man. That's
Yeah, but yeah.
for Christmas, you're gonna buy her a jersey for your girlfriend.
Oh,
That'd be funny. Hey, Merry Christmas. I hope you like it.
She wears it. She wears it. Nick passes out. Oh.
Just no
yeah,
stuff.
the waist is
Yeah,
like
no
that.
start-
Boom.
no starts bleeding like that.
starts
Bleeding,
first.
bro.
Yeah, and it starts gushing out.
Yeah.
I've never had a nosebleed in my life. Oh, sorry, just a side thing. But yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Flex.
Same here.
Flex.
Alright,
Alright.
but mine is. It's hair.
Where hair where, bro?
No. Hey yo, fam. What?
Hey, hello.
No, but it's I don't know when like. I don't know. Sometimes when like girls like decide to dye their hair, it's like they're like they already they go from like bam to bam. You know what I'm saying? It's like they not upgrade. It's just like damn, that's cute.
Mm.
Like when they cut their hair short, it's like damn girl, okay. But and then there's like sometimes when girls like just don't care for the day and just tie their hair to like just
Yeah.
a normal ponytail, I'm like oh damn.
Actually, you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
That no, I can actually agree with that.
Right?
It's like the way that some girls tie their hair, like the way they bun it sometimes is like
They
you're like,
own it,
whoa.
man.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Okay, I'm not saying all girls don't fit this, but it's like, just like, do you know like, it's like a ponytail, but it's like, is it fishtail? Is it fishtail where it's like braided? It's braided down, just one of it,
like a French
just
braid?
one down.
French braid.
French braid. Not a fan sometimes. You know what I
I
mean?
like braids. I think braids are nice.
Yeah, well, maybe just not for me.
I
you
just
know?
like messy hair. I don't know why. It's just when you post wake up, and then
You like that?
it's just like it's just funny. Like
Hey, that's okay. That's you.
it's funny, bro.
That's all right.
I just leave her. You looking real good.
Bro, when girls wake up with their hair and stuff, it's actually not as bad as like guys waking up.
Yeah, that's
Guys,
true.
because our hair's shorter, so like
Yeah.
it's just everywhere, bro. It's
It
a mess.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, there we go.
Okay.
That's what gets us weak. Man, I'm dead.
In that sense.
Yeah, in that
Okay,
sense.
let's talk about something else. Like, what's another?
Let's switch it up.
But you want to go a
switch it up.
little bit deeper?
We can, or we can keep it here because I'm enjoying it. I don't know where else to go with this. So
Yeah.
What's another weakness that?
Oh, I mean, the only other weakness is just your own weakness, right? Like that's the only thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
the only weakness is your own weakness. Is that what you said?
I think that's
I
what he
think
said.
that's what I said.
I think that's what he said.
But I think yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay.
What
Well,
else
I guess
did you-
we'll hit to that then. Yeah. But I guess like in continuation of our last podcast would have been
Vulnerability.
Vulnerability. The one on vulnerability.
Yep.
Let us be vulnerable, guys. Okay.
Sorry, I don't know. You just like you caught me off guard. All right, I'll be vulnerable.
What?
Yeah, all right.
What?
Well, no. We're gonna talk about what is our Achilles heel.
Oh. Yeah.
What makes us go?
Preach this stuff.
Didn't we just do that?
No, but this is a different sense. Like oof, like actually hurt. Like you're like weakness.
That-
Ooh. Wait. Okay. Can we start off? Can we start off with
I phrased
what?
the question bad, but
Okay. Well, let's start. I know what you're getting at, but let's start off with what is like the worst insult or like the most painful thing that someone has said to you. Yeah, like that really like, oh my gosh, that really hurt. Like I gotta recover. Like it can be from a parent, from like, yeah, just like something that hit you hell hard. Cause like, those can kill you, man.
yeah, it's true.
Those can kill
Words
you.
can
Like,
hurt.
like when a person's genuinely mad at you and just like goes at you and
Yeah.
like really attacks like your weaknesses.
You know what? Yeah.
Cause those are like sometimes like that's like genuinely how they're feeling when you're enraged. Cause I had like a fight with my sister and dude, we like went from shallow to really enraged. Like we didn't even talk about the things that we got mad at.
Yeah.
And we start saying things that well like pretty much weaknesses of the
Yeah.
other person.
Yeah.
So I was like shouting out like things like like she was shouting to me like like you're so lazy, you don't do anything, you just sit around and do nothing. And yeah, but that was a while ago, so now like
okay, yeah.
it's good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's good now. Now I know it. But yeah, for like me that was a big one where I was
Okay.
like I had no drive.
Yeah,
I
right.
had no drive back then, and like I think that's my weakness sometimes. I like get too comfortable in just being okay with just like going nowhere. You know what I mean? I think having drive is like a big one for me, where it's like I need to do something, otherwise like I feel like I'm just gonna go back into that weakness again where
Yeah, right.
I'm getting lazy.
Yeah, true.
But
Man.
yeah.
I think we're still waiting for those photos from your birthday party.
Okay, all right. All right, okay. It's
No, it's just an inside joke.
definitely was not in August.
It definitely was not in August. Yeah.
What's an insult, man?
I guess when people comment on my education, I think that gets me.
Ooh,
Because
same, yeah.
Just because, like, I think for us, we go down a similar route where you're going to TAFE and I've gone through TAFE as well, and it's just like, I don't know. It's like when people say like I was like we had some sort of banter like
Yeah.
with some people before with some of my friends,
Yeah.
and I can't remember how he said it, how he phrased it, but he was like, oh yeah, like I can't remember. He said this, but he's like, oh that's because you don't have a second tertiary or like a tertiary education or something like that. And I was like,
so you pretty much said you had like a lower level.
yeah,
education.
basically said I was dumb.
Damn.
And I was like, yo, I need to assert my dominance. Like, I remember this was going to church, and I was like, during worship, I was just bothered. I was like, man, I can't let this fly.
Slide, yeah.
So, like, literally, like, the whole time I was just, like, coming up with, what am I going to say to this guy? Like, that pissed me off.
Yeah.
And that made me really sad. Because
Yeah,
it's
it
like,
did.
you don't just do that.
Yeah. Was he a friend as well, right?
It was an underling.
It was under.
It was
An underling.
it was a celly. It was a celly.
Oh.
I'm the cell leader. Yeah.
Oh.
So
damn.
that's what made it hurt more.
It does hurt.
You know, because you put in so much time and effort into these people,
And
and
they-
then this guy says this, even though whether he meant it or not,
Yeah.
it still hurt me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, bro, like,
That-
why am I here? I
That
should,
does suck when like someone calls you
Yeah.
dumb and like because they think you're like less smart than like the other person.
bro.
you know
That
what I
like
mean?
it's like things like that like scar me. Like when you go
Yeah.
around in a circle and people are like, oh, state your name, where you studied, or like, what do you do for your career? Like that still gives me anxiety today. Because like, what am
Yeah.
I gonna say? I'm a school chaplain. It's like, oh. How'd you get there? I remember this one time, right? Okay, so I'm ranting, but this is guy, right? So back again, this happened in church. All right, I'm telling you guys, like, it's just as crazy like in the church as it is out there, man. Like, we get all sorts of people too. But like, anyways, I wouldn't have thought I would like get this kind of stuff from church. You know what I mean?
You don't expect
But
it.
I can't. This guy. I mean, he's to be fair, his EQ's a bit,
Low.
a bit low.
Yeah.
But that's okay, we still make conversation. But I remember he was asking me, like, what do you do? And I was like, oh, I'm studying youth work. And he's like, what's that? And I was like, oh my God, this guy wants me to punch him in the face. You know what I mean?
Intrusive thought.
That wasn't intrusive. That was conscious. But yeah, like, I think that for me was, that hurts. I think even today it's still something that, like, it will still kind of leave a mark. But
That
like,
is
it
a
wouldn't
fat
get
one.
me as hard because I don't really
Yeah.
care anymore. But
Yeah,
it did
yeah.
before.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a
People scoff on what you work on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What?
Oh, is that why you like kind of get like when like you do youth work and do something and they're like, oh, what's that? Never heard of
what's
that.
Like, what are you gonna do with that?
Something I never heard of. It's kind
It's
of
called
like
purpose and meaning.
Yeah.
Guys. Yeah, you. Yeah, that's right. Whatever your name is, I forgot your name.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I still remember you. Yeah, that's a bad thing about me. I hold grudges.
That's
But
weakness.
this is a different topic. All right.
Okay.
No,
I
that's the
hold-
next part. The weakness about you.
That's
It's
many.
grudges.
I have many weaknesses, but that's one of them. I hold grudges.
Amen.
I think that's hereditary.
Wall
I think
broken.
that's my family. My grandma crazy. Anyways,
Yeah.
Nick.
What about you, Nick?
Yeah.
I think. Okay. So I think for me, one is, I think what really gets to me is, like, let's say if I've been good friends with you or just decent friends, right, for a while,
Yeah.
and I make one mistake. Like that, the fact that the friend wouldn't try to, like, let's say if I apologize and stuff, the friend wouldn't try to, like, you know, make amends and be like, oh, cool,
Oh,
let's just try to
yeah.
rebuild the friendship. Because
Yeah.
I realized, like, there's a lot of friendships in the past where not necessarily, like, super close, but just, like, above average of a good friend.
Yeah.
Or, like, even some that I'm super close to. I feel like when I look back at it, it's like I do everything right, everything super well.
Yeah.
But when I look back to it, I remember this was a super big thing I had to, like, really go through, where I made one big mistake, whether because I'm just going through, like, the shits, like the stuff in my life.
Yeah, that's a
Sorry,
weakness.
guys.
the stuff in my life, right? Like just
Yeah.
not a good period,
Yeah.
and I make like a huge mistake, right? And in my head, I'm always like, at least the friendship's strong enough where we can actually rebuild it and go.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it just always feels like the second I make a mistake, I say something stupid. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm super opinionated sometimes, right? So
Yeah,
I say dumb
okay.
stuff. And then it's like, even if I don't mean it or it just happens, that one moment seems to, like, break all my
Yeah.
friendships. And I don't know why. And I think for me that gets me because I always see, like, when I'm friends with these guys, right, they talk about how other people hurt them really bad, and I'm always there comforting.
Yeah.
But then those are the people that they always go back to, or they're willing to rebuild again.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to
I
me,
see, I
for some
see.
reason, it's like I'm walking in eggshells in terms of I can be your
Yeah.
best friend for years,
Yeah.
and then if I make one mistake, it's like
Done.
gone.
Yeah.
So I think that
Yeah.
unconsciously stops me
Oh.
from caring about people.
Yeah.
So like now, my circle's
Okay.
hella small, right?
Yeah.
Not a bad thing,
Mm.
but then it's like I'm comfortable, so I don't even care
Yeah.
anymore. If anyone
Yeah.
tries to be my mate or a good mate, I'm still cool. But
But
I
you
think
know that
like
you have other people.
unconsciously in my head, I just stop myself from caring because if I go down that road again and then all that stuff, it's just I
Yeah.
just rather not deal with that.
Yeah.
And I think that for me is like something like what you were saying with the whole thing that scars you still now. I think that's for me where anyone that I meet or anyone that I start hanging out with more and all this stuff now, I'm just like I'm super careful.
Yeah.
Cautious about
So then
Yeah.
it's like people find me either super shallow or super boring or I don't
Yeah.
really talk much or do much because it's like in my head it's like I don't really have the energy for that.
Yeah.
And I keep
know.
going through that.
Nah, like I get what you mean. Like when you do something like bad and like this was like for me is like and they keep like bringing it up. Like it may have been over 2 years ago, but then they just keep bringing it back up and like they really like it goes from banter to really like just like straight insults.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I feel like us guys can relate where it's like we know the difference like sometimes where it's like there's banter and then there's just straight up just violating a person. You know what I mean? Just like straight violating them.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's like hella like we need to know the line as guys.
Yeah.
And I think like yeah, I mean we all can relate. Guys don't want to be put down. Guys don't want to
It's
be
a
put
pride
down.
thing.
Yeah,
every
it's like
guy
ego
gotta-
Yeah,
thing, man.
legit pride thing. And for me, like a big one where I was talking about Jai with this like another like just now. It was like a person that I really like find it hard to like love as well. It's like a person that can't take what they dish out. You know what I mean? Like a person like like says some banter and everything, and then you give them some banter, then they can't take it. I think that one's just like yeah. It's not really. I mean, it's a weakness that like I see that it's very annoying.
But
Does
it's
that make
your
sense?
weakness.
It's not my weakness. It's just like
yeah.
it's a weakness for me not
just
to like that
commenting on
person.
someone else's
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
We're not about here to talk about other people, right?
But you know, it's like
yeah.
it's just frustrating. You know what I mean? It's not fair. but at the same time, it's like, what can you do about it? And
What
I
can
think
you
for me,
do?
it's like, being okay with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, fair enough. I think like what you mentioned about how you hold grudges and stuff.
Yeah.
I think for me the issue that I have as well, I tend to do is like I overthink it a lot.
Yeah.
So weakness I have been like I just overthink like,
Mm.
and then the thing that gets on my nerves even more, is okay. It's like a little rant now. It's like people that, let's say there was a little bit tension or it's beef, but then you worked it out, right?
Yeah.
And then they say like everything's fine. But then when you see them in person, you try to make sure it's not awkward, right? So you just say hi and do it. But the way they respond to you is like super awkward.
Yeah.
And it's just like, bro,
Yes. Why are you making?
why
this
you making
awkward?
it hard,
Yeah.
right? And if you say it's fine, like why not?
I get that.
Like because if you don't want to be mates or you don't want to try like rebuild, then just say it's not cool. Then I'll just leave you alone. You
That's
know?
true. That's
That's
true.
what gets me, man. Because yeah.
Yeah, the grudges thing for me is like something I've been working on for a while. It's like it's not so like intense where I'm like, oh man, I just want to get a voodoo doll and start like
Oh,
poking the
okay,
the
that's
hell out of
super
it.
intense.
Yeah.
It's
man.
not like that, but it's like it just comes back to my mind. I'm like, oh, that was lame, you know? It's like, and these are
Yeah.
things that go back in time, like maybe 3 years and stuff, like very insignificant moments. Like someone beeped at me and I remember their car plate number,
Oh damn.
things like that. Yeah, things like that. like subconsciously, I just look at him like, oh, okay, I'm gonna remember this guy.
Yeah.
Or that guy that, like was driving by on the street and just threw a finger up. I'm like, okay, cool. It's like things like that. I just remember.
Yeah.
Like I don't know who they are, but I sure wish I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like it's not. It doesn't have to be a very big event, like something like you just did me dirty and you betrayed me or whatever.
Yeah.
Though I will remember that. But like it's like that's what I hate about myself. I'm that type of guy that will remember what you do. Like if you do me dirty like that, I'll remember it.
Yeah.
I can't forgive and forget. That's the hardest thing I find to do. Is like
Yeah.
I can forgive,
But,
but I
don't
can't forget.
Yeah.
I can't forget. Like I just feel like, dude, that guy did me dirty.
Yeah.
That chick did me dirty, or like that random person did me dirty,
Yeah.
or like that random person that you work in, like I used to work in Zara and like we always have regulars. Oh, I remember who they are. Bro, this is weird, right? This guy like he chucked a fit at me and I was like, man, I don't know how to contain this guy. So I was like, sorry man, I can't help you, kind of thing. Anyway, I can't remember how I diffused it, but it kind of went weird because he was like apologizing because he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just like, when I want something I really want, I'm like, okay, cool, we don't have it, so and then like I remember that guy, right? Next thing you know, I go to Singapore, right? In
Oh,
the
you
airport,
see him.
I'm walking around in the Jewel, right? I see him there sitting, and I think he's talking to his like freaking grandkids, man. I'm like, yo, this is crazy, dude.
This could be a great opportunity.
Hey man, do you remember me? Nah, I wouldn't do that though.
That
But
seems
yeah.
like a Netflix film. You would go down to the grandkids like, your grandpa sucks. You know what I mean? Like
No, it's,
straight
no,
up.
no, no. It's that thing.
What Netflix film is that,
it's,
bro?
it's a scary thing when he gets up to go to the toilet, comes back, and I'm sitting with them.
Oh yeah, you're like, hi.
And I'm like talking to the kids, like playing with them, and I look at them like, oh hey. Yeah.
Remember
That would be scary, yeah.
Remember me? My weakness, damn. Well, let's start crying. I'm kidding.
Oh, bro.
No, I'm kidding.
We got
I'm
tissues
joking. My weakness is, I reckon, like, yeah, just people. Like, I think I like to nowadays. I think I'm a bit better. I was never like really independent. Like, I was never really confident with myself. Like, I like to go I follow like what people say about me. Like, people say, oh, you think like you're like super confident and everything. I'll like try and own it, but then when it stops coming, when it stops, like the praise gets low.
Oh, am I not confident?
Yeah,
anymore?
I get low. You know what I mean? Like I start like dipping down and be like, oh crap, am I like not doing okay? Like when a person like stops like talking to me or like gives me a weird look, I overthink it as well. Yeah, I think. Yeah, just like I overthink it. I'm like, oh, like did I do something wrong? And like, yeah, I just put it all on me. You know what I mean? I feel like I put a lot of stress on myself, like trying to please other people,
Yeah.
because I'm a people pleaser.
Right.
Yeah, that's just who I am. I like, I like to serve people, but then, like, if people don't serve me, then it's like I get no purpose out of it, which shouldn't be it, right? Which shouldn't be the purpose, but that's just like what happens to me, like, just like naturally. And I mean, I worked through it a bit more, and I think it's good that like I know it's my weakness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
But
good.
yeah.
That's good that you reflected on it and stuff.
But yeah, at least like I know it, and I think people just like, I need to stop being like dependent on like people's thoughts about me. Stop being confident on my own.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I think
that's
that's
good.
like that's what every guy should go through, or like every person too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any more from you guys?
I have so many, but I guess one big one for me, I guess it's something that I realized I really do. It's kind of like the grudges, but in the sense of like a person's first impression sticks with me. Like
Yeah.
literally, no matter what you do, I will always remember like your first impression of you first, then everything else. So then, even sometimes if I don't really remember what the first impression was, I'll just remember good or bad. If it's bad, then I always start with that.
Oh.
You know, like I think, like for example, like some people, like that I met in like Connect back then, like ages ago when we started, right? And these guys were like just like talking smack about someone, like or judging or like, and I was like, whoa. But then at the time, I'm like, I'm not gonna judge you in terms of, oh yeah, you want to say that, you say that. You know, I probably said some mean things too. But then it's like that impression of that person doing that sticks with me. So then no matter how nice you are to me, whatever, in my head I'm always like, he might be doing the same thing to me behind my back, you know? So I won't ever forget that, and I won't ever let that go.
Oh, that's
Oh,
actually so
yeah.
true. Oh.
I like and it's not like it's not a grudge thing because it's not towards
Yeah.
me, but it's an impression that I always have.
So
So then, like,
yeah.
Yeah, and I think it ties into what I said before and stuff about like the whole, oh, you only help people that benefit you, right?
Yeah.
Like if I have the idea of someone that does that, like, it's very hard for me to kind of
You never give them
go
a
out of that because I always be like,
yeah.
even if they generally try, I'll be like, oh, they're probably doing this because it's like they know it's a good strategy.
Yeah.
You know, that would help. And
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
like, it's so hard for me to see through that.
Yeah. To see some
And-
change in them too.
Yeah, and I think that's
Yeah,
what
it is
like
tough.
really scares me because I'm always like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know why, but just first impression is everything to me.
Oh, yeah,
So like even if
100%.
someone's super nice to me when I first meet them, right? I'll be like, damn, this is cool. So then after that sticks. No matter what they do, what they say, but then it's just like, oh, I remember this guy's a cool dude when I first met him.
That's interesting. No, I like what you said about the yeah, the whole like, oh, they're talking about this person like this, and then they're probably talking about me like that. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's like a saying, isn't it? It's like, like it's like, oh, if they're talking smack about someone else to you, then they're most likely talking about smack about you to someone else.
Yeah, yeah.
Something like that.
That's true.
Don't trust those people, guys.
But I mean,
they're not
like,
good for your health.
I mean, we all kind of do it sometimes, right? We all
Sometimes,
fall into
sometimes
it.
I mean, it's the normal thing, but like if they're always doing that, like
Yeah, you
when
kind of
when
get the
meet up-
vibe of a person.
Yeah,
right?
when you meet
Yeah.
up and you converse, and the only thing you talk about is someone else's life, and
Yeah.
them like critiquing it. That's not healthy.
Yeah.
Because that actually like rubs off on you, and you start being cynical about people. And you're like,
Yeah.
wait, what? This
You
is
start getting
me.
concerned, like, oh crap, like if
That-
she's getting mad at that, are other people
Yeah.
getting mad at that?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you
I
start,
mean,
like,
yeah, because that
applying
kind of
that.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I
No,
think
that does build.
it
yeah.
does because like, I think for me, it's just like I've always loved like helping people, empowering people, doing that stuff.
Yeah.
But I think the crowd that I like surrounded myself with doesn't even have to be a lot, right? It's just over time.
Yeah.
I realized like, yeah, I became super judgy. I said a lot of things, and that's probably what led me to where I am today. Just a lot of people hella hurt for like small comments or things I made. Then in my head, I'm always like, I don't carry it super heavy because for me, it's just like, I just said it. I don't mean to hurt
yeah.
this person, but for them, it just is hella bad.
Yeah.
And I
Mm.
think because when I look back at it now, it's like in my head, I'm like, I probably should not have said that because it's now my business or it's like
Yeah.
hella bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not the person I wanted to be.
Mm.
So I ended up saying that stuff, and I was like, man, damn, that rubbing off stuff is actually like legit. Like
Yeah, it's
unconsciously,
legit.
you don't feel it
Yeah.
Yeah.
or don't see it until
Yeah.
you step out of it, and you're like, damn,
Yeah, that's toxic.
yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, but for me, I think one of my big weaknesses is legit first impressions.
Hmm.
I'm still trying to work through it in terms
Yeah.
of
See
like-
past it, yeah.
yeah, like if someone has a hell bad impression, like how
Yeah.
can I reshape it and learn to like trust
yeah.
that a person can change.
Yeah. Dude, that's
Yeah.
what a lot of people need to go through when like nowadays on social media when a celebrity does something wrong and they genuinely try to like apologize and stuff. Dude, like cancel culture is real, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
think like Logan Paul's pretty good. You know what I mean? Like he bounced back pretty well. And I think like he's doing a bit better now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'm yet to see an apology video that's like genuine and like heartfelt. You know.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it is just probably like you would think PR team, right?
It's like,
do
"Hello,
apology.
I'm very sorry for filming that. You know?
Yeah, and they
It's
got like
yeah,
that
yeah.
that like oversized hoodie, their hair's like
Yeah,
messy.
The fact that people are memeing
everything.
YouTube apologies,
Yeah,
that's a bad thing.
that's like
already,
you can
know?
tell that's like
you
a
can't-
trend.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But what about you, Jar? Do you have anything else?
Yeah, my one I actually picked up quite recently, which I thought that I would have picked up earlier, to be honest with you, but I never really had the time to reflect on my weaknesses. But it was only when I started talking about vulnerabilities when I got to that point.
See it.
Yeah, so I was thinking a lot about my Achilles heel. By the way, Achilles is one of my favorite historical characters. He's badass, but not his heel though. So talk about the Achilles heel. Mine is actually being disliked.
Ooh.
And like that was an interesting one for me because recently I had a little thing, and
Altercation.
a little altercation.
Little drama.
Unfortunately, yeah, shame. But I realized I was at peace with the whole thing, but I was still troubled by it, and I didn't know why, because I was like, I was like, this feels right, and I know it's right, and I was like, talking to people about it, and they're like, I guess probably best. It just seemed like it was a good decision, right? But then I still felt troubled. I still couldn't sleep and all that. And it was the thought of people not liking me. Yeah. Like the thought of this person maybe going around telling people their version of the story and saying that this is what happened and this is the kind of person that Jaira is. You know what I mean? And like I was like, oh man, like that really gets me. Like when people don't like me, because I don't get hate often, I don't really get hate at all, and so when I do, it's kind of like, oh, that hurt, I think there was another instance where I was receiving a lot of hate from these like group of people. You remember that, Nick?
Oh yeah,
I don't remember that too.
It was like a whole misunderstanding. That one was like, that was dumb. Yeah. But yeah, they were like blasting me on social media, going on they're going on my Instagram and like commenting on my photos and like saying, oh, look at this clown, blah blah blah. I didn't even know who these people were. And then they were like there's this one chick on her story like like blasting me like, oh, look at this leader, like he's doing all this and he says he's this but he's actually doing all this, what an idiot, blah blah blah. Just blasting my head off, right? And I was like, man, I'm getting all this hate for nothing, right? And I was like, at the time I was really pissed off. I wanted to take some heads. I wanted to take some souls, my guy. I was ready for that. I was angry, man, because actually that was a betrayal. That was a betrayal that I don't forget. I won't forget. But I forgive him. I forgive the guy, but I still don't understand why, dude. Why? But anyways, I mean, I think that whole situation actually got me to music. So it actually got me to write because like I didn't know how to express myself. We'll get to that. So after that whole thing kind of turned over, the next day I was actually depressed. I was so depressed, and I was like, my room was dark. Literally, this is how I felt. My room was dark. The same time, like the same feelings when I got dumped. It's the same feeling. Wow. It got me like sad. I was in my bed. And I didn't want to get up. I was down bad because I was sad and down bad. Because it wasn't just that group of people that were disliking me, but it was like people from the church that were trying to bring that person to church. That took their side and not mine. They didn't want to think that. They didn't think that my character was good enough to trust. So that he probably was doing that to mock my friends and make it hard for me to bring them to church. Dude, that pissed me off as well. But anyways, see the whole thing of that circulating made me go like, people don't like me out there, and this is I couldn't deal with that. So then, anyways, like little side things like that's how I got into music because I was like. Not that I'm like a practicing artist, but I like to do it in my free time. But like, like maybe write down words and like express myself through that. And it should really help during that time.
I mean, that's just your form of expression.
Angry bars, baby.
Thank
Angry
you. Hip hop is a thing, Thank you God for that. But yeah, anyways, that's
cool, man.
Fear of man, I guess you could say as well.
I mean, it takes a lot of guts to actually
dislike, fear of what people think or say.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Yeah, I mean, like, it takes a lot of guts, right, to actually realize that and to actually admit that, because that stuff's so hard to say, and it's hard. Like, at the end of the day, all three of us, we are kind of similar in the sense of, like, well,
guys,
like, we all, okay, yes, nice.
Yes. Well, we hope so.
But in the sense of, like, we like to being liked.
Yeah.
Like, when we get hate, it's kind of like,
who doesn't, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't? But I think for us, like, I mean, because we can't speak for everyone else that we don't know, but for us...
There actually may be some people out there that are
just they don't care so much.
Yeah, the people that just like, you know what, this is my weakness, I'm going to own it.
But
you know what I mean?
because I realize as well, like when I get hate and stuff, it cripples me.
Yeah,
Or it
bro.
just
It's
makes me
crippling.
super.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It just
yeah.
makes me super
'Cause,
awkward.
as
Yeah.
guys,
and I
it
just
takes
don't know what to do.
like it goes against like it starts destroying your pride. And your
Yeah,
ego,
and I
man.
just feel like I can be myself. I'm always like walking in eggshells, like every single corner I turn, wherever I look. And I think that's where it's super hard because it's like there's just nowhere I can go to escape just to be myself. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, this
Yeah.
person might not like me. This person might not like me, and it's just super crazy.
Yeah.
But another weakness that I realize that I have, that I do, is that I forgot.
That's the weakness.
That's a weakness right
That's the
there.
weakness.
Memory.
Memory.
No, I remember. I was
Getting
thinking
old.
about it the whole time.
Getting old.
That's
when
what
you were
happens
talking.
when you think about it the
No.
whole time. That's when it goes
You
away.
see, this is a weakness, but it's not a super deep one, but it's kind of bad. I realized, like, for me, I cut people off, right?
Wait, is that what you remembered, or is
no,
that-
no, that's
Cut
not
people
what I
off
remember.
as
It's
in
a
like
side one.
in terms of the podcast or like just
Just in general, because I feel like when I have a thought, I have to say it. If not, like, this is
Gone.
what happens. I'm like listening, trying to respect what you're saying,
And it's
but I
gone.
totally forgot what I was supposed to say.
Mm.
And I realized sometimes I do that. And then,
you just
like, I mean, I spoke to like my girlfriend about it once. That I was like, man, I realized I like. No, she was like, you hella cut me off, and I was like, yeah. And then as she was telling me off, I cut her off. So I try and do it now. I just apologize, but then I'm like
Yeah.
generally trying.
yeah.
Because she goes like, why are you not listening to me when you're like when I'm talking to you? It's because in my head I'm trying not to forget what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But then at the same time I'm trying not to like cut her off.
Yeah.
It's a challenge, man.
I think that's like just like a big one that everyone works on, you know. Just
Yeah.
like trying, you know. I think
Oh man.
that's a word that I have
Oh,
like
I remember now. I remember.
Oh,
now.
let's go.
It's back. All right. So see, I cut you
See, you
off.
cut me
Oh,
off.
yeah. I'm so sorry, bro.
We'll allow it.
Oh man.
yeah, we'll allow this one.
Yeah.
That's a free pass.
I realize like sometimes I'm too honest.
Ooh. Okay.
Like I feel like it becomes bad because
Expand.
it's like time and place for everything, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes if I don't like something, and if I can bother, I'm not say anything, right?
Yeah.
But then if someone asks me, I just blast.
Say it, yeah.
Because I don't know, it's just my opinion. Like I think
Yeah.
that's why that's the balance of like people that are super like fake about it or things. I really nitpick them, and I just not to say judge them, but I just form an opinion of. Okay, maybe that is judging. Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
That's a
you
way
just
of saying
you just
it.
like
Yeah.
found out about judging right there.
Yeah, no, but like it is that because I'm super honest, and if I don't like it, I'm not gonna fake it. So then when I see people do that, or they do things for show or for people just to build an image, that really gets to me because that's not them, you know. It's just
Yeah.
an image that they do really
Yeah.
well, and I think that's where I fail at because I don't really build my image well because I'm just too honest. Where sometimes one is like none of my business to have an opinion about,
Yeah.
and two is just like that was totally uncalled for.
Yeah.
Where I may have my own thoughts doesn't mean that I should share it because it's like doesn't
Yeah.
build this person
Exactly.
up.
it
If
puts it
anything, it
down.
just shoots
Right.
them down.
Yeah.
True.
You hold
And
your
so
tongue.
then because I'm just like, man, I was just built in a way where it's just like my parents would just be honest, right, with people.
Yeah.
But then I guess my honesty
levels to
sometimes
it.
is too much.
That
I need
levels to it.
fluff on my honesty, you know, not just straight bullets.
Yeah,
like
yeah, you get a little
Yeah.
sugar.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean that was just another weakness I realized I have,
Yeah.
but it's
Okay.
really like impacted my friendships or just the way I talk to
Yeah.
people.
Right.
I just can't have fluff, you know. So
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of get it now when people don't want to talk to me about certain things because they're like, man, Nick is gonna just.
It's just gonna
Go,
like
go,
destroy
go.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying, man.
It's good and bad. It's like being blunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
Oh,
like-
but
you
man,
kind of need it.
I feel like some people know though. Like they want to start stuff. They're like, come on, Nick. I know you got something to say, and I'm like, no. I don't want to say it. They're like, no,
tempting
come
you.
on, just say it. And
Get
I say
behind
it,
me,
and then
Satan.
boom, it's
Get
over.
behind me.
But
Yeah.
then there's good and bad. At least like if they want you to be really honest with something, you say it and it will be just out of like straight honesty. You know what I mean? You're letting them grow and do whatever.
Yeah. Sometimes I just wish I could shut that off.
But yeah.
I wish that like I just didn't have these opinions or anything.
Yeah.
But then I find like when I practice that, I end up just not caring about anything.
Yeah.
Because in my head, it's like if I don't care, then I have no opinion because it doesn't bother me at all. But there's no like middle ground in terms of me being
I feel
able
that's good.
to.
Like having an opinion is good to give people perspective.
Yeah.
Especially if you're honest with it. It's good to be blunt. I find that being blunt is good sometimes. At levels, you need no
given the right
levels.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just another thing that I have. Now everybody knows how to get to me.
Now everyone knows how to get to us.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I like coming back from where Nick cut me off. I like the way you said it was like he's like Nick's like trying, you know what I mean? He's trying to, not cut people off, and like I think the trying thing's like very hard now. Like everyone thinks it's very hard. So like something that I struggle with doing, which I'm trying to do and trying to fix, I guess, is when I know I'm wrong, I just apologize. You know what I mean? Like just being like, yo, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let. Do you know how like naturally guys like to like slowly let it like simmer down and be like, hey, we're cool. Yeah, we're cool, and like just have a genuine conversation. But it's just saying like, oh, like putting down like, especially as guys, put down like their pride and be like, yo, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like that's my bad. That's on me, and being like okay with that. You know what I mean? And like but I think like in that sense, it's like knowing your weakness and like trying to fix it, or like trying to work at it, and getting other people to help you about it. But yeah, I think like that apology one's like huge for me. Like I used to never apologize, especially with my parents.
Yeah.
Like I used to always just like, oh, I don't want to come out of my room. They're like standing there. They're like in the kitchen. I'm hungry, man. But they're like right there. And it's like yeah. And then I'll like go in. Don't look at my like look down at my face. Like look down on the floor, grab my food, and then go back. But then they'll try and make conversation. Like, you hungry? I'll be like, yeah. And then I gotta like just run back to my room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I feel like it just wastes time.
Yeah.
Waste time, and makes you feel bad.
Yeah.
Like even worse about it, because you can't own your mistakes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But yeah, I don't know if you guys can relate to that or anything.
Yeah. I think that's just in general, right? People just
Yeah.
need to learn how to squash the beef and then just
squash the
Yeah.
beef.
generally like move on.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a little bit harder when
Yeah.
it's very personal.
Yeah.
Like there's a
Um,
misunderstanding.
Sometimes
but I
you need a
think
boxing
that,
match,
that
what?
first step, if people can learn just to be quicker with that,
Yeah.
things can kind of resolve quicker, right?
Yeah.
But I guess it's always easier said than done.
Yeah.
It's
of
always
course.
harder, especially like if you try your best and then the other person's like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, bro, I want to hit you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take it back.
Yeah.
But I think that is something nice to take away. So I guess
Yeah.
like closing up, right?
We don't want to give you all our weaknesses. so
yeah, we're not
we'll
them.
leave it,
It's
we'll leave
over.
you with that.
Yeah.
But I guess closing up in terms of, I guess there's one thing in terms of a piece of advice that we can give for someone dealing with their weaknesses. Like, what would it be?
Okay.
Well, I can start since I asked the question.
Yes.
And you guys
that
can
would
think
be
about
good.
it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, be quick. I think for me, it's just being honest with yourself and
yeah, that's
and like
facts.
just be real with it. If you realize that what you're doing is some like wussy kind of stuff, or like you're just being a bum about it, I think eventually you just have to learn how to accept it, that what you did is what you did,
Yeah.
and just be better.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard. It's not super easy, but you'll get there. Because in the end of the day, if you work hard at anything, you eventually get there.
Yeah.
So I would say like, keep pushing on. But yeah, I think that's probably one piece of advice I would give. All right, Jar, Ethan, whoever's
Nice.
next. I feel like it's
Um,
harder if you go last.
Oh well. Whatever.
Mine's like just stop comparing yourself. You know what I mean? And start to realize that everyone got weaknesses too, man. Like everyone got a bit of weight. Everyone got like a bit of thing. I know it's very easy to see the highlight reels of everyone, but it's like realistically, like you work on yourself and they work on them. You know what I mean? And it's not like you need to please anyone. It's not like you need do anything for anyone because you live in one life. You know what I mean? And yeah, just like keep going, keep like pushing on. Don't be okay with your weaknesses. Don't be like, yeah, you know what, I don't like this person, you know what I mean, I'm just gonna leave it. Like, I don't care. Like, don't be like that, but like start doing things out of your comfort zone. Yeah. That's for me at least.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jar,
What you,
finish
Jar?
it off.
Nice. I don't know if it's the same as yours, but it's just like be humble. Like, with the double standards. Like, if you can talk about someone else's weaknesses, you should be okay with them talking about yours as well. Like, I think the best to like, learn more about yourself is talk to the people around you about it, because they see you in third person, I guess, in a sense. You know what I mean? They see you on the outside, because like you could be oblivious to everything, and most of the time we are like that. But it's also like, being open about it and like putting your pride down and just be like, hey, like what should I improve in? I think that's the start of which you can work on your weaknesses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it kind of ties in pretty close with
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty much that's it. So yeah, thanks for listening in, guys. That was cool. Sorry, I'm dying. From
Yeah,
hay
hay
fever
fever's
right now.
killing Jared
And
right
it's
now.
catching up with me. I was on a high, but now it's like it's really
It's really caught up.
it's kicking
really
in
just
there.
Kicking in, yeah.
But yeah, so again, we appreciate you guys listening in and giving us your time. Very cool. Thank you very much. Hope you guys took something away from it today. Just a few reminders, YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, feel free to leave a like, a comment. We don't really get comments, but if you left one, that'll be great. Oh, we got 2 last on the last video actually.
We used to get like 4 or 5.
Yeah, can we
or
get back to
7.
that? Can we get back to the good old days?
Yeah.
Give us some comments, like some some productive comments, not constructive ones. We're not talking like silly
Nice.
things like oh, that's okay. You know what?
Oh.
Whatever. Do whatever you want. You do you, right?
You know what? Just comment. You know what?
Yeah,
just comment.
and then hit the notification bell so you know when we release our episodes. And we're on Spotify as well, and Anchor if you use it. Just Instagram. We have an Instagram. Stay tuned. We're trying to post more. We kind of just had like a little content day the other day, which would have been 2 weeks from when you're watching this video, but but that's just how far ahead of schedule we are. Anyways, goodbye. Thanks. As always, what do we like to do? What do we want our audience to be?
Stay fresh.
Stay fresh. Can we get a stay fresh from you, Nick?
Stay fresh.
All right, you heard it from him. Stay fresh.
Stay fresh. Stay fresh.
Stay fresh.
Can we do the echo thing one more time?
Stay
fresh.
Stay fresh.
No, it has to go
The
from
video's
loud
gonna
to
be-
like mid
you
to
gotta be,
end.
yeah,
The
be
video's gonna be
louder,
cut
man.
by the
no,
other.
no, ready? Stay fresh.
Stay fresh.
Stay fresh.
Stay fresh.
Stay fresh.